Good evening, Rockwood. I'm back again. Many of you have heard of me, and many of you have actually seen me here, I guess, at least 2 or 3 times on past campaigns. And I've been involved in your campaigns against the North-South Runway. And I've even put up a small memorial page for Laurie Medoff, because I truly do miss him. He was quite the orator. But looking ahead, we have to make some decisions about how our city is going to be managed in the next little while. And that is why you should consider voting for Donald Barber, because of my years of working for the community at great personal expense. Now, a lot of people are coming forward and getting endorsements from the media and whatnot, but there's something to remember. The basic and fundamental mismanagement of our finances is really dramatic, and we really have to think about whether we voted for any kind of incumbent or those who have been previously a part of the administration or working with the previous administration. And I'd have to say no. The sheer level of mismanagement with those hundreds of millions of dollars putting us effectively into debt right now, and much more so in the future because we just simply didn't put the money aside. So I would have to say that tax increases is definitely the highest priority for me in getting out and finding out exactly what is the city situation and presenting the truth to Mississaugas, because you haven't had the truth. And that's what you need to have, because this is part of accountability. And if there's one thing that I've been good at over the years, and that is helping to make the government accountable, particularly in Mississauga. And I have quite a successful record on that, I can guarantee you. And it's also the reason why you won't see me in the debate with the Rogers, was simply because the reasons were shutting out the public. And Mr. Cook, he thought that was a perfect debate. The public was not there, they were not allowed to ask questions, and I think you should consider that very seriously. I'm about making money for Mississauga. We need transit, but we can also develop an industry by which we get transit to all parts of our city and through it into Oakville, and using things like elevated trains, which are much cheaper than subways, much faster and easier to maintain, and they can be done in such a way that when they go into established neighborhoods and whatnot, they're very, very quiet. We can do things that the world will want us to export to them and to sell to them. I'm talking about building an industry in Mississauga that is a future. And I also have plans for things that I call jobs for life, ways of building things that are very interesting, and they take care of our housing problems, because our social services, again, have really been strangled. In Mississauga, they may have been penny wise, but pound foolish. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Barber.